Hey crafters, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you a new crochet technique, how to crochet in the back loops of your stitches. So let's grab our yarn and our hook and head to the crafting table. Crocheting in the back loop is an easy and simple technique that allows you to add a ribbed look to your crochet project. You can use this technique with any other basic crochet stitches that we've learned so far. So how do you crochet in the back loop? Well, first you have to identify the front and back loop of your stitch. And what you want to do that is to turn your work up so that you can see the tops of your stitches. And so as you can see, when we are doing our stitches, it creates this nice V shape that you see here in our stitches. So to identify the back loop and the front loop is the loop that is closest to you. So this would be our front loop. And then our back loop is the loop in the V, this one right here, that is the farthest away from you. So the front loop is this one right here, the one in the front. This is our front loop. And then our back loop is the one in the back. So that's how you identify your front loop and your back loop. Step 2, you are going to insert your hook into this back loop. So you want your hook to be underneath this loop. Now this also depends on what kind of stitch that you're doing. So for this project that I'm working on, I've been doing single crochet. So this is fine. So you're going to insert your hook underneath the back loop. And then in step 3, you're just going to complete your stitch. So for this, we're doing a single crochet. So I'm just going to single crochet into the back loop of this stitch. And that is how you crochet in the back loop. Now, if the pattern calls for you to crochet in the back loops only, or it says BLO, then you would continue crocheting across the rest of the row in the back loops. So we're going to do this because I'm going to show you what to do when you have to turn. So we insert our hook into that back loop, and then we complete our single crochet stitch. And then we're going to continue that around the rest of the row, especially if it tells you to crochet in the back loops only for the rest of the row. All right, so now what do you do when you turn your work? So we're going to chain 1 because we're working with single crochet, and we're going to turn our work. So now that we've turned our work, we are going to repeat the process. And so it's the same thing. You just need to identify the back loop, which is always going to be the loop that is farthest away from you. You're going to insert your hook because we're doing a single crochet stitch. We're going to insert our hook into that back loop. We're going to do our yarn over and create our single crochet stitch. Now, if you are doing a different stitch, say that tells you to double crochet in the back loops only, or to half double crochet or treble crochet. The only difference between single crocheting in the back loop and all the other stitches is that before you insert your hook into this back stitch, if we were going to do a half double crochet, you would yarn over first and then insert your hook into the loop and then complete your stitch. So that is the only difference between doing a single crochet in the back loop and doing any of the other crochet stitches in the back loop. And if you've done it correctly, then you should produce a nice ribbed effect, which is really neat, especially when you want to do things like this pumpkin. This pumpkin was created using the back loops only for this project. So it creates a really nice ribbed effect. The same thing with this hat. This hat uses the back loops of the stitches. And so it gives you a really nice ribbed effect when you use the back loops only in your crochet project. I hope you enjoyed learning how to crochet in the back loop of your stitches today. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next video.